This is Lucy DeFranco, author of How to Knitting for Beginners Using the Continental Method. This book can be downloaded, not downloaded. It is a print-on-demand book on Amazon, or you can get a copy from me at my Etsy site, which the address is right there. That's in black and white. The color version is an ebook, which is also on Amazon. This is, even though it says beginners, it will take you to an intermediate because I go beyond the cast on knitting and purling onto knitting with a circular needle, double pointed needle, and how to do shoulders on sweaters, and many more things. I will at some point show you the table of contents, probably on Instagram. At any rate, this is the third knitting video on making fingerless mitts. The first one brought you from casting on. First of all, I'm doing this on top of a bowl because I'm not a videographer and my iPad is sitting on top of here. My camera broke. So forgive me, please, for my funky video. I'm trying to make it as clear as possible. So the first video, you cast on and knit and purl all the way up to the beginning of the plain. You do 4 rows of plain knitting, and then at the beginning of this needle is where each increase begins. So the first one is increase into the first stitch, knit 1 stitch, increase into the third stitch. So then you have 5 stitches instead of 3. After you've gone around 1 time, then you knit 2 complete rounds plain knit and increase again. Each time you do that, you will have 2 more stitches, so that by the time you get up to here, there are 15 thumb stitches. So today, you need a tapestry needle with a different color string, and take these stitches off of this needle. I hope you can see. I have my arms wrapped around this bowl. I know it's blurry. I apologize. I'm going to continue videoing this in spite of the funkiness of it because I don't know how to blend videos together. It's just beyond my knowledge. I think that's the 15th. Let's be sure. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It is 15. So I'm going to pull this thread through. Not all the way, but come on, where's the end? Gotta hang on to this so that I don't pull it all the way through and have a bunch of stitches loose. I'm going to see if I can do this without looking. I don't know if you know what I mean, but anyway, okay, overhand knot. Those thumb stitches are now set aside. Well, now my thread is on the previous needle, and there's a giant gap. And so I'm going to show you how to fill that gap. So what I do is I turn the knitting backwards, kind of, and as if to knit, I'm going into this stitch and pulling that through, and I'm going to put it on the left needle. I'm going to do that for 3 times. That's second and third. Then I turn it around so that I'm knitting around again, and I have not dropped anything. Good. And I'm going to knit the gap kind of tightly right there, and then continue knitting around. I think my recipe says for 11 rounds, so this is the beginning of 1, and I'm going to pause and see if I can pick it up then. So if I can't figure it out, I will have to make another video. What you're going to do is do 11 rows, or until this part hits your knuckles, wherever you want it to hit. Let's see, 11 rounds, or to cover your 4-finger knuckle up to here. Okay, and then you go back to ribbing, and what you need to do is decrease 2 stitches. And what I do is I decrease 2 stitches, one on this side of the hand where the thumb is, and one in the middle of this needle so that it hits the outside of your hand. And then I do knit 2, purl 2 ribbing for 5 to 8 rounds, so that you get the however long you want it. If you want it here, then maybe you have to knit more, or here less. It's your choice. I will come back and start on the thumb. I hope that's enough instruction. I will recap a little bit on the next video. Thank you.